Good evening, folks. Thank you, Jack. I wasn't sure that I deserved all those accolades, but I thank you anyways. It's good to be standing up here in front of you, and as I look over the audience, I see many of my classmates, teammates, and relatives, and it gives me a real good feeling of standing up here. I would like to congratulate the inductees that came before me. It's an honor to be up here with some of the greatest athletes in Huntington County. Now I would like to share a little bit of my story. I always wanted to be Roy Rogers or the Lone Ranger, or sometimes Roberto Clemente, Mickey Mantle, or Willie Mays. But then when I would awaken to the sounds of roosters crowing and cows mooing, I knew I was still in the old farm in the valley next to Tussey Mountain outside of Saxton. Life for me began in 1943, while the world was literally being torn apart during World War II. The valley next to that majestic mountain remained virtually untouched and unimproved. Though in those times my life was different than today, it was much simpler. We had no bathroom, no TV. We took a bath in a round metal tub once a week, whether we needed it or not. We cooked on an old cook stove and heated our house with a wood furnace with no heat on the second floor. Some of you old-timers will remember those days. We had no well to cut our water from a gravity flow pipe from the mountain. Daily our cows were driven to the mountain pasture by me and would drink from the same stream where we got our water. As cows do, if you know cows, they would stand in the water to drink and would pee in the water. Daily I would hear one of my three sisters yell at me as they drank a glass of water. "Larry, those darn cows peed in the water again. Do something about it." Until I had control over those old cows. I never got used to drinking cow pee myself. I was never out of the state of Pennsylvania until I was 18 and never saw the ocean until my honeymoon at age 22. There were no basketball or baseball camps, no organized out-of-season sports, no weight rooms, and no three-point field goals. It sounds like a sheltered and naive life. It was. Playing sports, I found, would be my ticket to see and experience life in the big world outside that valley in Bedford County. And oh my, what an experience and ride it has been. To get to this point in my life has been challenging and wonderful, and now to get this award is awesome. What an honor. First, thank you, members, and President Tom, and to Terry Bowser. Your writing is unbelievable. And much thanks goes to Jack Jones and the Executive Committee from Tussey Mountain for orchestrating my induction. You make me proud to be a Tussey Mountain Titan. Again, as I look over the audience, what a great feeling to see a number of people here that I know. I am humbled and honored that you are here. To my friends, my teammates, my classmates, and my 61 team is all here tonight. A special thanks goes to the two sweetest and most adorable daughters one could ever ask for, in Trinell Heather and Michelle Robin. Michelle is with me here tonight. You make me proud to be a dad. But the most heartwarming thanks goes to my wife, who shared in my sports life since we met in my junior year in college, and has supported me through thick and thin since then. Phyllis became very savvy and knowledgeable about basketball and softball. Thank you, Phyllis. You have been a saint. Having grown up in the country with very little money drove me to succeed my whole life. I was blessed with a work ethic and the drive to do my best. Doing hard work was just part of growing up in the country, watching my grandparents and my mom and dad work from daylight to dark on their old farms. I learned well from them, so practicing and playing with intensity in baseball and basketball came rather naturally. I grew up throwing a ball against any wall I could find, and I loved batting rocks, folks. If you've never batted rocks, you've missed out on something pretty special. I never saw a rock I didn't want to bat. Larry is sitting down here. Larry, I recommended to you to get your dad to bring you in a load of rocks and start batting. By the time I was about 14 years old, I had graduated from throwing a ball against the barn, house, corn crib, chicken house, and implement building which if you know golf balls and cement blocks, the golf ball comes back mighty fast and makes a thump-thump sound inside the house. My older sister, Mona, who's sitting over here, can vouch for this. Mona was always reading and disliked the sound immensely. Just so happened one day that golf ball came back extra fast, and before I got my glove up, the ball hit me directly between the eyes and dropped me like a rock. As most tough guys do, I ran inside to show my nose to my mother. My nose by that time was almost as big as my ball glove. My mom took the golf ball and was working on my battered nose and was soothing my embarrassment. My sister Mona, who I could see off to the side reading her book, was uncontrollably laughing and saying, "Finally, Mom took that damn golf ball." I've had many a thrill and highlight in sports, although some stand out more than others. Playing on the 1960-61 undefeated Tussie Mountain basketball team was one. During the 1950s and early 1960s, while Elvis Presley gyrated the GI Blues and Hound Dog, and my sisters Sally and Joanne and I danced the chubby checkers the twist, while we milked the cows in the old dairy barn. Coach Max Schoenfeld was making basketball history by building a winner on the mountain that hasn't been matched before or since, winning 20 straight games and going undefeated. Teams have been shooting for that record, but no one has succeeded, to my knowledge. That was 53 years ago. What a thrill to be part of that team. It was like living an athletic dream and what movies are made about. More on that undefeated team in a little bit. After college, my 1964 Elizabethtown College team became the first team in the history of the college to win the Mid-Atlantic Conference Championship, and we came within a couple of points of going to the Final Four in Evansville, Indiana that year. And then going 19-1 my senior year in college were all highlights. When I add up the wins in my seniors' years in high school and college during the regular season, it comes to 39 wins and only 1 defeat. Those were special times. I would not be standing before you tonight if it weren't for my teammates and coaches from all those past years. And I am honored to have in the audience tonight, certainly my 61 teammates who are back there, who I will get to in a little bit. But there are a couple other teammates I would like to recognize. First, my teammates, and I think they're back here, on my 1956 junior high championship this year. Bill Lloyd and Philip Dolt, wave to the crowd, please. They don't look much different today than they did. 2 excellent baseball players are here tonight that I played baseball with in high school. Dick Howes and Terry Grote, wave to the crowd, please. If you know anything about Parkinson's, it takes its toll on your body. I was so blessed in the world of sports that I've experienced many personal honors and highlights, but something more important touched my heart athletically. That was teaching and coaching my 2 daughters in sports. And I happen to have one of my daughters here with me tonight, and as I read this, I'd like for her to stand. Michelle, would you stand, please? What a joy to watch 2 little girls grow and improve athletically. It sure paid off as my youngest, Trinell Heather, who really wanted to be here tonight, but sick this morning and couldn't come. Trinell Heather became an excellent athlete and a great hitter, who swung the bat like Henry Aaron, who was a gifted first baseman. Trinell made the All-Lebanon County softball team in high school and helped lead her team to a Lebanon County League championship. Older sister Michelle Robin was an outstanding athlete and pitcher in high school and had a 3-year softball pitching record of 45 wins and only 7 losses. Michelle was an excellent hitter and was fundamentally sound in all aspects of both softball and basketball. Michelle led her softball team to 2 Lebanon County League championships. What special girls and a treat to coach here today. Thank you, Michelle. And finally, to close, I'd like to share 2 things. I'd like to mention my dad, who was the most instrumental person in my playing sports. Wherever you are, Dad, I'm sure you're smiling and celebrating and dancing on the clouds. I shall be forever grateful because you're always there for me. And to my three sisters who are over here, Mona, Sally, and Joanne, it was such a blessing to be your brother. And thanks for playing ball with me. It certainly paid off. And to my mama, who sewed ankle pouches and pockets and an old vest and filled both with sand that I wore all summer prior to my senior year in high school so I could run and jump faster, so I could run faster and jump higher. Thanks, Mom, and guess what? I think it worked. And last, I no longer wish to be Roy Rogers or Roberto Clemente. I am content to be that ex-farm boy from Tussey Mountain and this 71-year-old man who had an excellent run in the world of sports and is now a member of the Huntington County Sports Hall of Fame. Great spirit in the big country sky has been good to me. My life has been a fascinating road travel, which takes me now to my fondest memory in the world of sports, and that was playing on the undefeated Tussey Mountain basketball team. It's my job to do this also, so hang in here with me. It is with great pleasure and with the utmost honor for me to introduce the basketball team to be inducted this year into the Huntington County Sports Hall of Fame.